The old man had only painted his wife's portrait, and now the executors were about to push her off the top of the cliff. In fact, the old man was a cloud watcher. As long as he saw clouds forming a recognizable shape, the three judges would order that thing to be thrown into the void. The reason was simply for the village sacrifice. That day, the old man was observing the changes in the clouds. To his surprise, the clouds took the shape of a goat. Without hesitation, he drew this animal on the wooden board. Soon the executors immediately grabbed the goat from the village. Then, under everyone's gaze, they mercilessly threw it off the top of the cliff. The old man and his wife derived some kind of pleasure from this performance. The next day, the clouds took the form of a rooster. The old man drew the shape of a chicken on the slate, and after handing it to the executors for confirmation, a rooster was thrown down. And at this moment, the old man's wife didn't seem quite as happy. On the third day, the old man observed the clouds as usual. This time, the clouds took the shape of a noble horse. The executors once again seized the horse, but it didn't want to die. It tried to resist, but was still pushed into the void. When his wife witnessed this scene, the horse's death filled her with deep sadness. On the fourth day, the old man continued lying on the cloud tower conducting his observations. The clouds took the shape of his own wife. This meant his wife would also be pushed off the top of the cliff by the executors. He had two choices before him, either draw his wife or be taken away by the executors. After painful hesitation, the old man ultimately chose to draw his wife. When the executors were verifying it, the old man was filled with regret. He tried to erase his wife's portrait from the board, but they snatched it from his hands. The old man rushed back home. He wanted to take his wife and leave this place, but the executors had already blocked the entrance. Finally, the old man's wife was brought to the edge of the cliff and then pushed directly into the void. His wife's death plunged the old man into tremendous grief, but the work had to continue. That day, he continued observing the changes in the clouds. This time, the clouds took the shape of the three judges. He wanted to avenge his wife, but thinking that after revenge, she wouldn't come back because of it. So the old man just drew some clouds on the wooden board, letting the executors throw clouds off the top of the cliff. Finally, to reunite with his wife, the old man didn't hesitate for a moment and also jumped off the top of the cliff. A fish swam over from behind the old man, and those animals that had been thrown down were simply eaten by this fish.